Hi, you guys, and welcome to the Nosy Bystanders Live. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. This is the dog that I'll be watching for the next couple of days, so you're going to see a lot of him. This is Jackson. Jackson, say hello. He don't care. So we're on location. I forgot I can start early because there's no church bells around here. I guess this is a town full of heathens. So today we're going to be going over this live stream. Now, somebody sent me this live stream earlier today because they said that this is a mystery person who's from the Charlotte area who claims to know Shanquella Robinson very closely. I don't know. I just screen recorded it and I kept it moving. So we're going to watch it and blind react to it together, honey, because I don't know what it is. Okay. But first, before we do that, let's see who's all in the building. Okay. Hold on one second. I know all y'all sliding in here. I'm going to give Facebook a little bit of time. You know, they love to show up late. I hate to talk about Facebook, but you know they do. Okay. 1 second, you guys. I want to see if I'm going to put this, I don't know. I feel like this is going to give me a headache. I got this flash on. I don't know. Hoping it, no, it's going to give me a headache. Let me turn it off. It's bright, but it's like, I don't have all my equipment. Yeah, it's too bright. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Let's change this balance. Oh, it makes me look pale. Oh, that's better. Ooh. Okay. I look a little warmer. Okay, I look a little warm. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see who's all in the building. All right. Hello, Brenna. How you doing today? Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Tiffany. Hello, Joanna. Joanna says, I love watching you on TikTok. Thank you. I appreciate that. TikTok it can be good sometimes. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Kamiko. Hello, Anastasia. Hello, Amber. Hello, Mimi. Hello, R. Virgil. Hello, YNV. Hello, She Snow. Hello, Shan. Hello, Cami on the go. Hello, El Cola. La Cola. Jackson. Hello, Triple Leo. Hello, AC. Hello, Ro Thomas. Hello, Brown Delight. Hello, Auntie Tonisha. How you doing today? Hello, Nosy or Inquisitive. Hello, Julie. You know we black. Don't be out here looking my face. Hello, Half Crazy. Hello, Jeanette. How you doing today? Let me scroll to the bottom so I get to Facebook. Hello, Unique Stafford says, hey girl, I've been waiting on updates about this case. She's not forgotten. She is not. And yeah, I've been waiting for updates too. I check every single day, at least 5 days a week. I check every single day. I check the Mexican government's website to see if the extradition treaty has been launched. I check every day, but there's nothing. Puppy sighting. Yes. He's grown though. He's like 5. He's an adult dog. He's just little. He's a Chihuahua and something else mix. But yeah, I check it every day. Hello, Erica. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Nosy by Nature. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Toy Alley. There's no Facebook in here. Oh, there you go. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Angela. Hello, Tovania. Come on, Jackson, cut it out. I'm putting him down. Okay, so let's get into. Let me, y'all. Can I put you down? Okay. Jackson, please. Okay. Don't be dramatic. Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's get into, scoot that back a little bit. Let's get into this video because I want to see what it's all about. Again, I only caught like literal 2 seconds of it. I was so busy today. So he's going to lay right here by my feet. That's okay. So let's get into this video. I got to move my microphone away so it doesn't echo. Oh, that's ghetto. I hate not being at home. I can't do none of this. Okay. That should work. That should work. Okay. Let me just hit play. Hopefully none of my
But she don't like, they don't like. If Dejanay wanted to do that to any one of them, I believe she could beat any one of them girls. Elise, and Winter.
Now let me preface this by saying I don't know who this man is. All I know is that he went live and he would not show his face. That's all I know. So don't come in here asking Steph, who is that? I don't know. But we're just going to watch it, okay? Because That's it. That's all that. Like so, like that. Okay.
She could have beat both of them. If the main person, they will talk, and that will get the ball running. Right. But they all sticking together, and they all know that if they stick together and no evidence is found, then nothing can happen. That's what they sticking together for. I know how people do. I see it all day long.
Now, let me say this. This is just the first 34 seconds. He is absolutely correct. Remember how we talked about last week, how we said this has got to be the most airtight, like, what did I say? It was like the most airtight, like, blood secret I've ever seen. Like they were all except Nazir. He's the only one because he just has no idea what's going on. But I feel like before Nazir arrived, they were all like, I don't say nothing. You don't say nothing. You don't, and I don't think no one said nothing because not even a family member has come forward on the dolo to even say, well, this is what I heard from her because she my cousin. You ain't heard nothing. They got it. They got it packed. I don't care what no one says, argue with your mama. That's right, Yvette. They got it packed. They got it packed and ain't nobody talking. So whoever this person is, I like them already because they're right on the money. They're we here, okay?
People do stuff all day, be with it, be with the gang violence, be with all the drug dealing and all the craziness until it's time to go to jail for it. Then they get to telling on their friends. And these be some solid people, bro. It be people you knew 10, 15 years telling on you. So I can know for 100% fact, soon as somebody arrested, everybody else coming along with it. Who can be proven to be in there. Right? What I'm saying? So, boom, like I was answering the question she was saying about it's a horror camp. Yes, it was because of jealousy. One, it was because she already had frustration with people not showing up. That's why she had the card game. She had those cards to send hate mail to the people that didn't show up. That showed you that she was frustrated. Two, just basically off of who Shanquella is. Three, off Shanquella making it known that she want the master bedroom because she paying for the 2 slots that the people who didn't show up, Shanquella paid the remainder balance, the deficit on the account, on the villa and everything, so that they can still go. So in a sense, I made this trip possible. And I'm gonna make sure you know it. I want the master suite. That's the one. Oh, that's the one that's with the beachfront outside the balcony. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna have to have that, bro. I'm gonna have to have that. I'm paying $3,000-4,000. I'm gonna have to have that, bro. So that's why they was there acting funny towards her. She come in the room, they acting like they don't hear her. She said, oh, Glorilla said that was crude. And I thought that was funny. I don't care what they think. I thought it was funny. Anytime you make a joke, bro, and nobody laugh, they ain't even trying to give you a snickle, like nothing. Y'all just really gonna let it be awkward silence, bro. They was showing her right then and there, bro. If that would have been, I'd be like, so I'm just not funny. So now all of a sudden I'm just not funny. Like, nigga, you better laugh at my joke. And that's how people. I've been around, bro. You gotta realize, bro. I don't know if y'all agree. If you agree, put a thumbs up in the comments with what I'm about to say. I done been around so many funny acting people. After these 30 years of life, I done been around so many funny acting people. People act like they got poop in their mouth and can't open their mouth and talk. People, when you ask them something, hey man, you like this hoodie? This fit me right? They come with the half backhand answer like, oh, it's cool, but bro, you should have got your haircut that low. Oh, I like them shoes, but your foot too big. I wouldn't have bought them. Oh, I like that hairstyle, but on girls with a smaller head. Oh, I like them earrings if your ears weren't so big. I've been around so many hating people my whole life. They hate your guts. You literally ain't did them nothing. You ain't did nothing to them. But they got so much hate. You come in there like they can't. When she said that, they had like that just boiled their skin. She should have said it twice. She should have said it twice. Since it boiled your skin so much, let me get your whole skin boiling. That was fake. She coming there making a little joke about, yo, bathing suit. She good. She got a whole boutique. I think she came, when it comes to apparel, she came prepared. You get what I'm saying? I've been around so many funny acting people. I know how it is. They was talking about her before she came in that room. And they was warned because she started saying, where y'all at? So then they like, oh, let's switch the subject. So you mean to tell me all three of y'all in here, but Dejanay the only one talking? Why everybody get quiet when I come in? Even when she was walking in there, Khalil looked back. Like, the way he looked back, like, what?
Let me say this. Whoever this is talking, whoever this is talking, they know a little too much. Okay, you could tell when someone knows too much because everything they say is very smooth. Like when I have to think about like Dejanay, I have to think about her name because I don't know her. But this person talking as though they're like they was there, they know. It's just like a very smooth conversation. I'm like, do you know these people? Weird. But the second thing that's strange is that they won't show their face. That's what I found the most bizarre. That's what I found the most bizarre out of all of this, that like they wouldn't show their face. So it makes me believe that it's someone that they know on a personal level. It's somebody that they know on a personal level, I imagine, because like, hold on one second, you guys. I gotta do something. This video, it has I have to crop the video because it has private information that some of my private information of the video I didn't even notice showed up at the top of the video. That's why I was looking at it. So let me just edit and crop it lower really quickly. Okay, hold on one second. I don't know how to. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now I can play it. Hold on.
But she don't like.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward it to. Okay, let me get to some of your questions and then I will go back into the video. I just have to crop out the top because I had private information show up at the top and we just can't have that. Okay. Hold on one moment. Okay, there we go. Let me get some of your comments, you guys. Sorry, they're going and I missed a lot of them. This is from Jacqueline, says, is this the recent post? He seems really engaged. I don't know who it is. So when you say recent post, I don't know who this person is. This person runs a page that's called their page on TikTok is called Get Back for Shanquella, but they've never showed their face. So when you say, is this his? I don't know who his is because again, this person is anonymous, so I have no idea. Speculation, yes. This is from Ashley, says, and was he fracturally there? No clue. Again, because we don't know who this is. This from Calypso, says, affidavit released in the college kids unaliving case. Idaho preliminary set for Thursday. Oh, thank you for the update. This from Jessica, says, I'm sorry, that's not for me. This from Brown Delight, says, did someone tell me something he is repeating? Did somebody tell him something he's repeating it? Let's get back into this video. Hold on. Let me hit play.
Quiet when I come in. Even when she was walking in there, Khalil looked back. Like, the way he looked back, like, what you coming in here for? With his shirt off and some, like, bro, you around all these females. It's dudes and females and y'all not getting it on. Like, y'all not having y'all way with nothing. I can see these y'all friends, cool, whatever. But at the same time, okay, friends can get it in. Y'all in a whole new country. Why is y'all not having fun? Sound like Shanquella the only one that came to have fun. I'm going to tell you why. Because all the people she wanted to be there was not the ones that actually came.
I realized that my microphone wasn't near me, so I probably sounded faint. But that's a really good assessment, right? Was this the person who released the fight video? I didn't even think of that. I was in the live. I could have just asked them. It wasn't that many people in there. It was only like 100 people in here. So I'm curious. I'm I'm curious. That's a great question.
6 of them was. Shanquella was not included. Is the Malik? What you mean, is the Malik? I be going on and on, y'all. I'm passionate about this, bro. You can ask anybody that live with me. I wake up, first thing I do, I'm looking at something about Shanquella. I'm looking at something about Shanquella. I'm looking at what's going on, what's the update, checking my text messages, checking my phone, watching videos that I already didn't watch just so I can hear about her and her story. Just coming in, were you there? Just asking. Nah, I wasn't there. Nah, I wasn't there. You know I wasn't there because we wouldn't even be here. I don't sit around and let somebody way bigger than somebody fight somebody. I don't want to see that. What type of idiot?
Man, I think this Nazir. He sounds just like him. Okay.
Would want to see that. You already know the outcome. You telling me you can't just look at Shanquella, little tail, 120, short, little short fry, little small fry. Them be the coolest girls, bro. I'm telling you, in high school, they be all, and she had everything. I ain't never been no hater, bro. So everybody who had high energy, everybody who had good energy, vibe, bro, she never had drama, in a sense. She was with the drama. Don't think she wasn't, especially when she had a homegirl to back her. Come on, bro. She a little girl. She a little, small little thing. You feel me? You can look at Deja and they big, brolic tail. You do not need to be fighting her. If it was somebody around there, you was a friend of hers. We got mutual friend. I'm from around here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from around here. They was not laughing at her jokes. They like she ain't even say nothing. She came in and said, and Glorilla said they were curt.
Yeah.
And then she noticed that they wouldn't laugh, so she shortened her laugh. She giggled about it a little bit, but then she just let it go. Because she felt the vibes. Y'all capping. Stop that. Why y'all hating? You mad because I got the bands with the digital dash? Run your bag up. Matter of fact, I help you. Shanquella would have helped them. They following. Damn, you sure know about that? I'm not one of them people, though. People keep asking me, you one of them people? No, I know what's going on.
How you know what's going on?
Yes, you were. Some questions you don't respond already. Y'all ain't really asking no question.
No, I don't know.
It was a video or a live or something. What you mean when she said the joke and they didn't laugh? It was on the video. It was in the video.
Okay.
Everything, bro. You gotta have been around fake people. I done been around fake people my whole life. I know the vibe. I know how they. You don't even gotta really be around these people. Say you come in an apartment complex. There's some people sitting on the step. You going over to the cop. What you need the cop to go back about your way. You walk past. What's up? How y'all doing? Nobody say nothing. They just looking at you like, who is you? And that's the vibe they was giving. Like, why is you in here talking to us? Why is you making jokes? I bet you if Deja would have said that joke, all they scary tales would have been in there laughing. She was the ringleader and shit. Why you won't show your face? Yeah, they just living their life. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people was attacking their family and their mom and stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, if it was my kid, what I would do is, if my son came in, or I see that my son is a part of this situation, go to the authorities, tell them your part. Go to the authorities and tell them exactly what the heck you did and what you got and your involvement. Go tell them what your involvement is. That's all I can do. That's up to you. You're not staying in my crib. I'm not protecting you. Because you should have stopped it. Why would I protect? I don't care. This my when it come to me and my kids, you right or wrong. I'm not rocking right or wrong. Most people, I'm with you right or wrong. Don't be with me right or wrong. Be with me, but correct me. If I'm wrong, let me be wrong because somebody right. And they deserve to be Right. You get what I'm saying? Let me read some more comments then. Yes, you were. Some questions you don't respond correctly. What question do you want me to answer? Florida Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Why won't you show your face? Because I'm in North Carolina, right here where it's busting at. I'm right here where it's happening at. And it's a lot of people watching. There's been like 3 million people on here in the past couple weeks. I guarantee you, it been them. Them people been around. Them people been around. That's my license. That's the most I'm gonna show. I'm not one of them people though. I'm not one of them. But we ain't gonna pay too much attention to that. Right. They might be trying to show who I am just so they can see who I am. Boy, they can, to be real, bro, they can know who I am. I told y'all you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Eventually, I'm going to go live. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you can go live. So I can't go live. Show my birth year on ID. I could do that. I ain't ducking it. I am not ducking it. I'm telling you, they can. To be honest, bro, I'm gonna eventually show my face, but it's not gonna be on. It probably ain't gonna be on TikTok. It probably be on.
Oh, I don't know.
If I show y'all my birthday, don't be weird, bro. That's all you get.
Listen, he definitely, who said Kinfolk? Somebody here said he was Kinfolk. He definitely is Kinfolk. He definitely Kinfolk. He is. I don't care what no one says. Argue with yourself in the comments. He definitely Kinfolk. He is. I believe he is, because the way it's just the way he's going about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the way he's going about it. It's the way he's going. He know too much. He's saying stuff like, you know how people be talking, but they don't be saying much. He's not saying much, but he's saying a lot at the same time, in my personal assessment. And we're only 11 minutes in. Y'all, this is 50 minutes I recorded. Apparently he was live, I guess, like an hour earlier. Now, tomorrow, we might be able to go live at 8 a.m. because he's going to go live at 8 a.m. And I feel like he's going to say some more stuff. But in my personal opinion, I've heard people talk and don't be saying much. They just be bumping their gums. He bumping his gums, but it's like he's watching what he's saying. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, he's trying to be really careful. It's different. It's giving different. It's giving, I'm not going to say too much because he knows more than what he's saying. Does that make sense to anyone? Like, it's like the way he's mincing his words indicates to me that he knows a lot more than what he's saying, right? That's why when he started off immediately, he said they got a pact. They hold each other secret. They not snitching on each other. He said they got a pact because he heard that. Where else could you have heard that from? You know what I mean? If he is a cousin or a brother, and he was probably grilling him like, what happened, and no one is telling him what happened, in his head he's probably like, they got a pact. They not sharing those secrets. They in cahoots. So the way that he is talking about the case, he's not talking about it like the North Carolina Beats did. He's not. He's talking about it in the sense of, I've tried to question someone who was there, and they're not giving me nothing. And the way that he assesses it is like, I don't know, it's giving like analysis, in my personal opinion. I don't feel like he's rambling. I don't feel like he's just talking crazy. He has yet to say one thing that doesn't sound like a crazy, wild conspiracy theory. So just listen to what he's saying. Let me get some of your comments first, though, too. You said he's too matter of fact with this. Exactly. He's very matter of fact. He's very, very matter of fact. Like us, when we talk about it, we're like, well, we can hypothesize this, we can hypothesize that. He's like, no, they have a pact. No, they didn't want her there. No, she took the bigger room, and they were upset with her for taking the bigger room because two people that Shanquella wanted to go there, because I've never heard that theory before. Two other people who were supposed to be on the trip didn't go on the trip. So Shanquella said, since I paid that bigger deposit, I'm going to take the bigger room. So they was already off-putted by her, right? Because a lot of people kept asking, how come more of Shanquella's friends weren't there? Maybe they couldn't attend. How would he know that? How would he know that? This random stranger who's afraid to show his face. How would he know that? You see what I mean? I wouldn't even have guessed that. I did, like, when you watch that tussle video, like, I could tell that, like, that the room that Shanquella was being beat up in, I could tell it was a very big room. So for him to say that was the master bedroom, it's like he's taking these locks, and he's putting them together. Because I would have never assessed that. I would have never assessed that was the master bedroom, So he knows something. Okay, he knows something. Okay.
Right. This ain't about me, though. This ain't about me. This about Quilla, gang. This about Quilla. I get y'all. Right. I'm just showing them. The only reason I'm showing is because it's like, bro, this for Shanquella, bro. Y'all want to ask me a couple questions? I'm not going.
Also, too, pay attention to what he calls her. He calls her Quilla. I've never heard anyone who didn't know her personally call her Shanquella. I've only heard her friends and close family call her Quilla. I've never called her that because I don't know her. That's a nickname. He's calling her by her nickname. He's calling her by her nickname. He's not calling. He'll interchange it, but in this live, he's mostly called her Quilla. That is a nickname that is personal to friends and family. So he know a lot, and the fact that, just listen, yeah.
I'm not gonna shy away from what y'all asking because this ain't got shit to do with me. I feel I'm gonna take it in the way that y'all asking for the sake of Shanquella. So when it comes down to it, people be like, "Oh, this for Shanquella, this for Shanquella." But as soon as you say something they don't like, they attacking you, blocking you. I'm not doing that. Because if you asking me that, you ask him you asking because you want to know who representing in a sense for Shanquella. Yeah. So you asking like, nigga, who is you? Is you with them? You feel me? Them the type of people I want banging for me anyway. Who is you? Like you got a lot to say about it makes sense. So basically what I'm saying, gotta make some type of.
Did you hear what he just said? He said that he would not block anyone from asking him questions. He's going to ask the questions because what he's telling you, that inference is an experience. He's saying that I was asking people questions about the case and they are just blocking people, right? He said, because if someone asked me personalized questions about the case, I wouldn't block them. I would ask, do you ride with her? Do you know her? And I would talk to you. Do you hear what he's saying? He's literally saying it. He's literally saying it. He's saying, if you ask me questions, I'm going to answer them. I have no reason to block you because I may have information that's pertinent to this story. But he's telling us that when he was out seeking questions or answers to his questions, he was getting blocked by bloggers. And they didn't even ask him, are you kinfolk?
Let me go pick my kids up, y'all. Y'all can stay on here, man. Y'all the folks, man. Keep an eye on your credit. Where you go, Florida, Sunshine? You said I was capped. What it is? I'm gonna let, since we get into the end of this live, probably like an hour, 30 minutes away from the end of it, y'all can join the live, man, if y'all want to join the live and ask some questions. So you said they are in hiding? I wouldn't say they was in hiding because they don't gotta hide. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, nobody ain't gonna do nothing to them. People swear they rocking for you, but they ain't gonna do nothing about it. People, you mess with their significant other, they gonna step on you. But you take one of their people out, man. People only gonna go but so far. They ain't gonna do nothing about that. So them people still gotta continue to live their life. They ain't trying to be broke. You better not be broke. Got all this going on. They just waiting on. They probably locked and loaded. They got their lawyers locked and loaded. They locked and loaded. And they ready. They just waiting till the day that door get kicked open or till the day that warrant get initiated and they see it in the news and either they turn themselves in. That's all they waiting on. They not worried about nobody doing nothing to them. They probably ain't a bit much worried about me. As far as me showing my face, it's not really about.
Now that's unusual. Why would they be worried about you showing your face? Why would they be worried about you showing your face? This is from Nosy Inquisitive says, he says Shanquella was invited at the last minute because other people backed out and they needed someone who could afford to pay the balance owed. He even specified on when Shanquella bought her ticket. This is Kinfolk. This Kinfolk. Yes, it is. It is. It is Kinfolk. It is Kinfolk. Could be. That's quite the good possibility. That's quite the possibility. This from DC says he was about to say they're just waiting on an indictment. They are. I told you guys that already. They are waiting on an indictment. They have no reason to run. They're not wanted for anything, but they are suspects in a crime. So yes, they're definitely waiting. And he said it. He said they're locked and loaded. That means they all got attorneys. Every last one of them. Ooh. Smash that like button. Don't be ignorant. We out here watching dogs and sharing the tea. Smash that like button. This from Ordinary Woman says, he is giving a lot, so we all should listen and read between the lines. Absolutely. The moment now remember, you guys, I'm blind reacting to this too. I've never heard this either. I just screen recorded it. Because shout out to the nosy bystander. I didn't ask her if she wanted to be named, but shout out to the nosy bystander. If you're in here watching tonight, let me know and I'll give you the credit because she sent me the story. She's like, you need to get into this live stream. This person is talking, but you can tell by the nature of how he's talking, he knows something. He's not talking like the North Carolina Beats, like he knows something, but he don't know nothing. North Carolina Beat sounds insane, okay? He doesn't sound like us, like we're analyzing bit by bit. He doesn't sound like Gerardo Zuniga, who's like kind of like throwing stuff in the air to see what sticks. He doesn't sound like the lead attorney. This person right here sounds like he knows personal information in regards to this story. He does. And that's just on the first 10 minutes of listening to him.
It's not about them as to why I'm not showing my face. It's strictly about, I don't want to make this about me. Not right now. Not right now. I appreciate the 14,000 likes. I'm rocking with that. But anyway, we're going to continue though. So, any more questions y'all got?
This question is from Gina. Says, is it true that Mexico cannot prove who's in the video? What video? The fight video? No, that's not. Who said that? No, that's not true. You know who the aggressor is? Because they listed it in their indictment as direct aggressor. That means the person who had physical contact with the person. So they're going after the direct aggressor. Mexico doesn't care about the people who are standing on the sidelines. They don't care about them. If the person who's the direct aggressor implicates the people on the sidelines who you can't see, then that's between the direct aggressor and her co-defendants. You know what I mean? But they're not after them. They don't care about them. They care about the direct aggressor. The direct aggressor is more than welcome to be like, they told me to do it. And then they can send them indictments. You understand what I mean? But as far as them, they're not important. And no, you can't identify people based off of like, snippets of the side of their profile, which barely was shown, but they don't care about them. They care about the direct aggressor. That's it.
I'm in the comments. Because I definitely came to debunk all the crap. I definitely got new. All this information I'm bringing is definitely new. And it's definitely from a credible source. But if I gave you my sources, how much they gonna keep giving me? Yeah, they gonna get what they gonna get what's deserved. But as far as a legal thing right now, it ain't looking too bad for them. I ain't gonna lie. It really ain't. All the evidence that we do got can be questioned. You got to realize a defense attorney is going to tear this apart. First of all, initially Mexico ruled it as no foul play. So the crime scene didn't even get investigated as if it was an actual crime. It's not like they was in their fingerprint and running camera footage. None of that. Right. Because it was a natural, in their brain, it was a natural causes. So it's not like they sat there and fingerprinted, checked the cameras. They didn't even do a full investigation. And now they already didn't put the villa back up on the market under Villa Del Mar. Then they took it down and they changed the name again. But so they already got other people in there. So the crime scene been completely damaged. You get what I'm saying? The doctor who changed the cause of death. Initially, the cause of death was alcohol poisoning. Her dad got an autopsy done. The man who did the autopsy was not certified to do autopsies. So that autopsy gonna get thrown out. Yes, they can go get another autopsy, even if they gotta expose her from a body from the ground. They can still get an autopsy. You get what I'm saying? So that can be going back and proven. I feel like
that was never disclosed. That was never disclosed that her father and mother got an autopsy when she arrived in the States, and that the person who did the autopsy was not a certified. In order to conduct an autopsy, you have to be a medical examiner. You have to be a board certified medical examiner in order for your autopsy findings to be founded. If the person who did their autopsy was someone at a funeral home, that does not count as an autopsy, and it literally will be joked out of court. So I think that's crazy that he said that. Yes. So typically, because I think the family paid $5,000 to have her shipped back to the United States. And then when she got to the funeral home here in the United States, they probably asked them to do a medical examination of her. But you have to be a board certified medical examiner to do that. You can't. Morticians are only able to do so much with a corpse. I hate to say it, with a corpse. You cannot. What your findings can't mean nothing. The reason why is because you're not a medical doctor. You are not a medical doctor. You did not go to med school. You did not study autopsies. You did not do any of that. So anything you say like, oh, her wrist was broken. Well, are you a board certified medical examiner? No. So we can't take your findings because you don't even have the credentials to do it. That has never been exposed. We're going to be following this page, okay? we going to be following whoever this is, because whoever this is, he got that heat. He got it. He got it.
That's something that they could be doing right now as they wait as they have that money that they got off GoFundMe. Oh, man, it's a mess in my back seat. Hold on, y'all. I got to get this right.
He's right. He's right. They could. They got a lot of money in her GoFundMe. I think $350,000, maybe $400,000. They could have had her body exhumed to get another autopsy. If they don't, listen. If they don't, people gonna look at her family sideways. They gonna look at them sideways. Because remember, when they get indicted, these people, whoever they are gonna be, and they argue that in court, and the family doesn't come with their own autopsy, child. And remember, the Mexican medical examiner cannot redo Shanquella's autopsy. She's no longer there for him to re-examine her. Child. If her family don't get her another autopsy, y'all, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Why didn't they get it redone? correct, and I had a strong inclination he might be, why didn't the family get the autopsy redone? And they were sitting on $400,000. Because Shanquella was buried at the height of her investigation. So that they had a GoFundMe running already before they buried her. Something don't smell. Something is unsavory about a lot of this. Something. Okay, let's just get back into his honey. Oh, this video is good. I will upload the full video on. Actually, I don't have to upload the full video. I'm going to leave this right here because it's already here. So watch it and share it. Make sure you share it. This is a great question, right? So do we even know the medical examiner wasn't certified? You know how, okay, so when he makes this inference, right? The medical examiner wasn't certified. We don't have any evidence of that, right? Except his word. Except the family never produced the autopsy. I remember hearing the family said that they were going to get one, yet they never produced the results of it, which means, right, we all just kind of forgot about it, which means that if they'd never produced the findings of their autopsy, it could be because the person who did it was not certified. That's a great reason as to why we never got it. You understand what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Right? Imagine when someone is giving you a bit of information, it doesn't mean the absence of something doesn't exist. It means that what he's stating could potentially fill in the blanks on something that was left ambiguous. The family stated we're going to get a second autopsy, but we just was also caught up in it. No one ever like went back and like, hey, did you get that autopsy? And then you have this mystery person saying, yeah, they got it, but the person wasn't certified. How would he know that? You understand what I mean? That's just like a tiny detail to me that I feel like has validity to it because no one was asking about that autopsy results. We just all forgot about it. But the fact that this person just shows up out of thin air, it's like, oh, they got it. But the person who certified it wasn't a medical examiner, so they just never published it. When we all forgot about it. You understand what I mean? We all forgot that they were getting it done. I know I certainly did. Crazy. But great question.
Hold on, I gotta get
I'm just gonna fast forward it because I think he's like doing stuff.
I just knew it. Back home. It wasn't even about that. They called somebody back home. As soon as it happened, you gotta realize they're young, so they panic and start calling people. They called somebody back home and they did some research. And don't think for 1 second they didn't look up what.
Sorry, I gotta go back.
So
it is.
What you say? She ain't drink like. It wasn't even about that. They called somebody back home. As soon as it happened, you gotta realize they're young, so they panic and start calling people. They called somebody back home and they did some research. And don't think for 1 second they didn't look up what's a cause of DEATH. What's like they was looking at the statistics of what happens when people go over there from over here.
No.
And that was one of the things that came up. And it was, to them, when they heard that, it was a good idea. So they like, you know what? So after the fight and after they realized she wasn't getting back up, they was like, oh, They was panicking, freaking out, running around the house, couldn't get their mind right. So then they was like, you know what? Once they got the alcohol poisoning idea, it was like, you know what? We're going to place her in the bathroom like she was in there throwing up, sick. So they placed her in the bathroom, and that's why the maid found her in there. They placed her in the bathroom and closed the door and went about their day, made breakfast, had the chef make breakfast, all that like it was a normal morning. Like they hadn't seen her since she went to bed the night before. So they can be like, oh, she was drinking. She was drinking last night. Whole time you can't be thinking that hard if you ain't gonna realize you gotta have a certain amount in your system to be considered poison, or for your, for it to be considered too much for your body or your blood. Why I'm not talking, y'all just like listening to me. So, they was like, oh, boom, we're gonna put her in the bathroom by the toilet. That's why they said, the maid said she found her slumped over the toilet. And they went to that villa was huge. So they doing like a mansion. So they can have her over there. She in the master bedroom, so she in the master corridor of the house, which has a bathroom in the master suite. So I took her into the master bedroom, closed the door, act like she ain't came out. We've been chilling, making breakfast, vibing. She ain't came out, and we ain't checked on her. I feel a bad spirit over you. Stop that, man. I'm not even entertaining that. If you don't see what side I'm on, you kid, there's something wrong with you then. There got to be somebody on here that go against the grain. So I ain't mad about that. But anyway, so they made that plan. Oh, we're gonna have her in the bathroom. We're gonna let the maid. You know the maid coming. Since when you at a hotel or somewhere you renting a spot and they don't have somebody come clean? They knew that, but they didn't want to leave until the maid found her, because that was a part of the plan. If they would have left, like I said before, if they would have left before the maid found her, then it would have looked like they abandoned her in there by herself. And then how would they even notify them that something is wrong with one of their friends? So they had to go to the other side of the villa to find. Just hold on, it will come out. Keep praying, all darkness exposed. Right, Florida sunshine. Why you on that, man? You tripping. In a minute, I'm about to be the only one that's talking about it. I say probably 2 more days, because it's starting to wash away. Not only do I be reporting on it, I still watch videos too. And I see a lot of people starting not to talk about it. Why y'all shut your mouth? What y'all do today? Not really nothing exciting. Yeah. See, I ain't one of them, huh? We came to that agreement, right? Helps.
This story. Let me just stop sharing my screen for a moment. Listen, I know he's repeating a lot of stuff that we've heard on the internet. But if you start from the beginning of this live stream, he's actually saying a lot of things that I've never heard. And I've covered this story extensively. Just short of interviewing Gerardo Zuniga. Okay? So I've researched the story extensively. I know he's saying a lot of things that we've all heard. But he's saying a lot of things I've never heard before. He's saying a lot of things that I couldn't even surmise in my brain across the internet. Right, about the autopsy results, I never heard that. About the master bedroom, I never heard that either. Like, I didn't even realize that she did have the biggest room in the house. He said, side note, I like that. I do too. He seems like a nice guy. But they're saying a lot of things that I literally have never heard before. So I know a lot of the stuff he's saying is repeat. But he said 2 anecdotes that I thought was interesting. The first thing he said was, or 3 anecdotes actually. The first thing he said was about 2 other people not going on the trip. That's very specific. I had no idea that other people were supposed to go on this trip. The second thing, because it also makes sense too, right? Because Shanquella only knew the one dude. She didn't know any, she would only knew the one dude. And then I think she knew Nazir, but she didn't really know the girls, which is kind of strange. Because usually when girls go on vacation, specifically because Shanquella also went on a Mexico vacation the year prior, she went with a bunch of women. So the fact that she went on a trip with girls that she didn't really know, that seems weird. Like I feel like more girls that Shanquella was like this with should have been there. So that's a really great anecdote. And I didn't even put that together. The second thing he stated was that because because two alleged individuals were not coming on the trip, Shanquella said, well, since I paid for the biggest amount, I should get the biggest bedroom. And that seems to cause a little kerfuffle in the house, which again, I didn't know. The third anecdote, he said a lot of stuff, y'all. The third anecdote that he had stated was that the parents got an autopsy. I remember distinctively hearing the mother and the father saying they were going to get an autopsy, and then no one ever followed up on it. And then the fact that he had mentioned in this live stream, oh, they got an autopsy, but the person who did it, he's not a medical examiner. So the autopsy was just like a wash, essentially. I didn't realize that. I said, yeah, no one ever followed up with the family, and no one ever followed up with the family and asked them, where's the autopsy results that you said you were going to get? The last anecdote that I thought was interesting was when he said that he's been blocked by other bloggers and no one asked him, who are you? And are you kinfolk? He said when he was asking other bloggers questions, they blocked him. I'm assuming he's talking about North Carolina beats. And so he's like, and they blocked me. He's like, and no one ever asked me, was I family or friend? So he said, I'm not going to block anyone because I don't know if you're close to this story. That was also a little telltale thing that I thought was interesting that he had said. Let me get some of your comments. This is from Jen Sadler says, I watched every one of your lives about Shanquella and he's filling it in. Yes. Is he not? Is he not filling in the blanks for us? He's literally filling in the blank. There were so many different, I'm like, there's so many, her story, again, like I always said, it's like Swiss cheese. Once those other parts get filled into the show, it's going to make perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And yes, thank you very much, Gina. This is from Dawana. What's up, Dawana? So they definitely said that they are going to get an autopsy. And the next we heard about her was the funeral. Yeah. It was like, we're going to get an autopsy, then a funeral. And it's like, it was just like, it was such a big, her funeral was such a big event. We all just forgot. And the fact that this mystery person says, yeah, they got one. It just wasn't a medical examiner. So it's inadmissible in court. That's crazy. Shanquella's funeral was well after her GoFundMe had got started. No, her funeral, yeah, it was well after the GoFundMe got started. Why did the family not pay for a medical examiner? Why? Hello? That's weird. That freaks me out a little bit because it's starting to feel like a money grab. You know what I mean? It freaks me out a little. It freaks me out just a little. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It does. That part of the story I did not like. This from Lampo. What's up, Lampo? Says, does anyone know if Shanquella had an open casket at her funeral? She did not, that I know of, but I know it was open to the public, but I don't think that she did. Maybe her wake was private. Her wake was private, so her wake could have been open casket. These are right, other bloggers. I don't think so. I wish, but no, I don't wish. So I forget what this theory is called. It's a theory in physics. Okay. So there's a theory in physics that says that if you take infinite amount of, I just learned about this like a week ago. If you take infinite amount of typewriters, an infinite amount of monkeys, and put them in front of the typewriters and let them smash at the keyboard, infinite. So the number is whatever you could imagine, right? To infinity. At some point, an infinite amount of monkeys on an infinite amount of typewriters, one of them will be able to, after smashing at the keyboard an infinite amount of times, one of them will be able to type an actual book from beginning to end. Right? That's legible, that you can read, right? Because you're taking it so many different chances, right? This one smashed a bunch of keys and did nothing. This one smashed a bunch of keys, but he did it in the right sequence and it created a book. So their story reminds me of this. This entire story reminds me of those monkeys. If you just take an infinite amount of monkeys, an infinite amount of typewriters, at some point, one of them is going to do it right. So there's no, like, I understand that these people who are in this villa have a pact to not talk, but the probability of all of them not talking is 0. At some point, one of them is going to talk. At some point, one of their family members is going to press them and ask questions. At some point, one of those nosy relatives who pressed them and asked questions gossiped to her sister or her cousin, who gossiped to her sister or her cousin. It's nearly impossible. It is nearly impossible for these people to go mum's the word and no one speak. At some point in time, right? Someone was going to come forward with details. So the likelihood of them just being just the most expert criminals when it comes to murder, I don't think so. So the likelihood of someone coming forward and sharing these tidbits is quite likely. And if this is the person, I have a strong inclination that it might be him. Okay. So I don't think it's staged. These people are not, here's the thing about these kids. You guys, they're a little bit smarter than monkeys, right? Because, monkeys kill too. They're a little smarter than monkeys, but they're not that much smarter. We're not talking about the Stephen Hawking of criminals here, okay? One of them had a guilty conscience and talked to their cousin, talked to their auntie, talked to someone. Someone has details. They're not, you understand what I mean? You get it? So yeah, that makes sense. This is from Gina, says the GoFundMe was over $400,000. The mother and sister are living their best life, are verified on IG with 1,000 followers. They're verified. What do you mean they're verified on IG? What does that mean? You mean blue check verified? You a lie. What's their IG name? What's their IG name? Does anyone know it? Does anyone know what their Instagram name is? Yeah, that can't be true. What would they need verification for? For what? What is their Instagram name? Nobody knows it. So how do we know it's true or not? What's the name, you guys? If you don't tell me the name, I'm going to have to just assume that this is a fake story. If there's no name, if there's no Instagram name, the story can't be real. So either someone tells me the name so we can verify it, or we're just going to kind of move along to something else. Okay. Okay, good. So there's no IG. So, but listen, I think it's still strange in my personal opinion. It's not about, and I read this person's comments here. I want to say what it is. Here, you said, please don't start demonizing the parents based off one known person's allegations. That attention and focus should remain on the 6. It's 5, not 6, and the alleged crime. So here's the thing. The parents stated they were getting a second autopsy. I think with all of the rigmarole that was going on, we all just simply forgot that they were getting a second one, and we just kind of forgot to ask. So the sheer fact that a random stranger on the internet would make that inference that perfectly fit within that timeline cannot be ignored. You can't just be like, oh, okay, the parents got an autopsy. They have $400,000 in their hand. And then they just decided to get an autopsy just from some random Joe bag of donuts and never got it re-examined by an actual MD medical examiner. Okay, I'm not going to ignore something like that. You have to be an ignorant person to be like that. That means nothing. That is a thing. I'm not going to forget that. That's crazy. That's literally like your child, God forbid, but your child breaking their leg, getting paid $100,000 from the insurance company, and you never taking your child to the hospital to adjust it. Ever. No brace, no steel rod, no screws. You just let your kid just walk around with a mangled leg and you're sitting in your pocket with $100,000. Does that make sense to you? And if somebody questioned you on it, you focus on my daughter's broken leg that you didn't fix or correct or even had someone look at. I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? Come on. I'm not a crazy person. I have to analyze everything. Okay. I got to analyze everything because that is unusual. That's unusual. It's a little weird. So no one knows the, this is the Instagram. Let me look at it. TQville E2. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Actually, I could pull up here. What am I doing? TQville E2. It's verified. Yeah, there's a difference. That's a difference. I said that. What did you say, Jacqueline? You said your analysis of this was due to the room. You said exactly what was coming. I said this. You said this too. I did. I did. I said this. This last one says 167 weeks, October 21st, 2019. Hello, how are you? What did I say? Jog my memory. What did I say? Oh, thank you, Shadow. Thank you. The FBI can't order an autopsy, Jacqueline. It's not the FBI's case. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's not their case. When the FBI opens a query or an inquiry, right, either two, it's to gather information on the behalf of the Baja California SUR's prosecutor's office. But the Federal Bureau of Investigation does not, and I'm going to repeat myself to make it abundantly clear, they do not do fact-finding, investigate. They don't do any of that stuff. They're not, the United States is not paying for an autopsy on behalf of Shanquella Robinson. They're not doing that. They just assist and aid the Baja California Sur Mexicans prosecutor's office. Like, oh, we need you to translate this so we can get a copy of their Verizon wireless phone records. The United States is like, sure, but they're not doing the paying out. And I'm not saying this because it's just off the top of my head. I literally have a degree in political science. I know exactly how the federal government works. They would never do anything like that. They did not. They did not. They could tell the family, this is highly encouraged for you to get a second autopsy done. Because at the time, the federal government said, we cannot get in contact with the coroner in Mexico. He was on vacation. A lot of people forgot about that. And then when he came back, the Federal Bureau of Investigation says, hey, there's additional evidence. They sent them the fight video. The Federal Bureau of Investigation sent them the fight video and said, you need to relook at your autopsy, and suggested to the family to get an autopsy. But the federal government is not paying for private autopsies for regular people. They will do it for individuals who work for the State Department, who work for the federal government at the state and local, at the federal level, senators, House of Representatives members, congressmen, clerks, but they're not just paying for it because just some random Black girl died in Mexico. You got to get an understanding for that. That's not how the federal government works. So they would have never, ever commissioned an autopsy on behalf of Shanquella Robinson, ever. They would only say, hey, look, listen, based off of this evidence, you guys should get an autopsy. We're not going to pay for it, but it's our recommendation to you. That's what they do. Okay? That's what they do. So the fact that the federal government told the family, suggested to the family to get one, the family gets one done, and not by a medical examiner, that looks weird. I don't care what anyone says. That's weird. That's weird. And then buried her and might have to dig her up again to get it done again. That's the crazy part. So, Jacqueline, check yourself before you come in here, because I'm not some ignorant blogger who sits on the internet all day. We actually have degrees on this side of the internet, so we know exactly what we're talking about. We would never say anything crazy, wild, or salacious. We would never say anything to get ourselves sued, and we would never say anything that's matter of fact without knowing it first. So I'm just telling you right now, if you've come here, it's your first time here, just so you know, we do have an understanding for international relations, state and local government, and the federal government. This is not kids' work or play work. I've applied for plenty of jobs for the FBI. I didn't get them, but I got my second interview for one of them years ago, but I didn't get the job, okay? Because I didn't want to carry a gun. But I'm telling you right now, I know exactly how the FBI works. That's not what they do. They do not commission private autopsies because they just like to wheel and deal them out. That's not how the federal government works. The federal government has no dealings in this case. All they're going to do is aid and assist the Mexican government. That's it. That's all, like that. Okay. So you got to get that out of your head that the federal government is just the Superman for Shanquella. They're not. They're gonna be like, hey, look, the case is pretty big. You should handle it. This is what we would recommend you do. We recommend you do that. We'll recommend that. We don't recommend that, but we recommend that. We're not paying for it, but these are our recommendations. Okay, that's how the federal government works. Okay. You said that's how I feel about these blogs and bloggers. Yeah, we ain't them. So I know you came with a lot of heat, but just be very clear that we're here to help. We only analyze and research the information. I have a degree in political science with a background in analytics and research. I would never throw anything wild and crazy out there. You can ask any of the nosy bystanders in here, like Stephanie, she don't play that. Okay. Yes. So let me get back to the mom, because I don't care. I'm gonna say it. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Plenty of people's children pass away. Plenty of people's children, like George Floyd's baby mama didn't get a blue check verified Instagram account. Tamir Rice's parents didn't get verified on Instagram. Trayvon Martin's parents didn't get verified on Instagram. That's weird. That's weird, y'all. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Okay? It's no shade against her at all, but it's weird. And it's definitely something to keep your eye on, because that's not a normal next step process. Usually the next step process is let me tell you what the next step process is when it comes to your child's death becoming a nationwide case. You know what the next step usually is? The parents going to Congress to get a bill written in their daughter's name for expedition of crimes overseas. That's usually how it goes. Where do you think we got the Amber Alert from? Because a little girl named Amber died. That's why we got the Amber Alert. If they don't call it the Amber Alert because it's fun or the color amber, typically when things happen at such a high national scale that's tragic, the family's first step is usually like, oh, a week later they start a foundation in the name of the person who died, or they're on the steps of Congress getting bills written in their kids' names. That's usually the next steps. You know, advocating for safety overseas and best practices and what you can do if you travel overseas, and making sure that you make it back home safely. That's usually what you see when it comes to advocacy and sharing your family's name. You know what you don't see? Parents applying for applications to get their pages verified. I just want y'all to just, come on, be for real. Okay, be for real. Sister's page, parents' page, I don't care. It shouldn't be verified. That's what you don't see. That's weird. So it makes me want to watch this page a little bit closer now, because I didn't know that's unusual. And the fact that nobody's across the internet saying, oh, that's weird. Did they start a foundation in her name? Are they trying to get any legislation passed for safety overseas? Have they traveled to Mexico to see if they could put up a memorial for their daughter at the villa? Hello? Did y'all fall asleep? Because it's not necessary. That's why it's weird. When people do things that are unnecessary for the advocacy of an individual, that's weird. If my child died, my dog died in a national tragedy, I'm not going to open up a yogurt stand. If your child died, is the most important thing to you getting your Twitter account verified? Is it? Priorities. If the federal government said, we recommend that you guys get a second autopsy done on your daughter, and then you don't, you don't think priority? You think getting blue verified is a priority over getting your daughter an autopsy, a second opinion? That's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't care what no one says. I don't care how you slice it. I never seen nothing like that. I've never seen. Show me Trayvon Martin's parents' Instagram page. I know it's not verified because they were focused on trying to pass legislation for the protection of children and the protection of Black children. That's what their goal was, to create a documentary so it can be spread around the world. That was their goal. Their goal was not to get blue check verified on Instagram. That's weird. I don't care what no one says. That's weird. Quote me on it. I don't care. Tomorrow, we're going to listen to the second half of this audio because it's long, honey. It's long, and he's sharing some gems. It still has to be analyzed, but right now, here, we're only at the halfway mark. So tomorrow, we're going to finish the rest of this because I think it's important to listen to, and it's important to dissect and analyze because I think it's rather important. I think the story is really important, and I think we should listen to it. He did state that he was going to be live on TikTok tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll screen record that. And if it's short, we can watch both of them tomorrow. Okay. You do. I filled it out twice. I just want to see the process. We're also a news organization. We should be verified. But I filled it out twice. So you have to submit it in your name, your driver's license, and you have to submit in 3 articles about yourself. So if you've been written in by CNN, they'll verify you. If you've been written by 3 major publications, they'll verify you. That's how it works. That's how it works. So yeah, what's his TikTok name? Oh gosh, what is it? Let's see if I have it. I can't remember it. Get back for Shanquella. Get back. Get back. The word get back. Get back for Shanquella. You can follow his page and follow along. He's an anonymous face, so you're just gonna get a voice. But we're gonna listen to the rest of this audio tomorrow. And if he goes live tomorrow, I'll screen record it in case, because I know y'all got 9 to 5s. I'll screen record it and we'll listen to it. If it's short, we'll listen to it. If not, we might have to do a really long live stream tomorrow, you guys, because we have to listen to it. Okay. There's some validity to this person. There's some validity to it, and he's dropping a lot of information, and I want to get to it. So, but that's all I have for you guys today. I know it seems like it was a short, actually it seemed like a very long live stream. I'm not going to hold y'all. I was pretty long. So we'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, here at the Nosy Bystanders in our new location. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. You guys have a wonderful evening, okay? Don't hurt yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.